Well, good day, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Gator Wesley Bios. Today in the show, we have Austin.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, JC.
Oh, no problem. So let's go ahead and start by having you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Austin Almond. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1994, and then I moved very quickly to Orlando because there's not really that much to do in Arkansas. And my dad's job, he's a doctor, so he wanted to get a residency position in Orlando. And he moved with my mom here, and I've lived here ever since. Well, now I'm living in Gainesville, but you know what I mean.
Can you tell us a little bit about growing up in Orlando?
Well, Orlando is a nice city, I think. A lot of people don't agree with me, but there's always so much to do there. I've been to the theme parks like 40,000 times, and got a lot of friends there.
Can you tell us about your parents?
Okay, well, my mom is from Tennessee. Her family lives in Nashville, and she was a medical records director, but she's since not done that for a while. My dad is a doctor. He grew up in Arkansas. He was the first one in his family to graduate from college, which I think is pretty notable. And I have a sister who's 3 years younger than me. She's still in my high school that I went to. We've gone to all the same schools in Orlando.
Sounds like a very nuclear family.
Yeah, it's very classic. We have a dog.
And what kind of dog do you have, sir?
Well, it's a Bichon Frise, but much larger than it's supposed to be. Well, my sister wanted her because she's pretty awesome and cute.
So what kind of early education have you received?
I went to elementary school at Bay Meadows Elementary. It's in Southwest Orlando. Met a lot of my friends that I still have today. Two of them are still at this university here, so I've known them for about my whole life. And it was pretty standard elementary school program. I was in the gifted program. Then middle school, I went to the zone school, public, Southwest, met a lot more friends. Started doing band, playing the euphonium. I've gotten into that. I'm starting up concert band this semester on the euphonium again because I missed it, and it's really fun.
So what drew you to choose the euphonium?
Well, I originally wanted to play percussion, but we had an audition process, and I didn't actually know how to play the timpani. They just said, tune this timpani for me. So I was like, what? And they gave me a 0. So I got pretty high score on the euphonium, though, and no one wanted to play the euphonium because they couldn't spell it. So I found that I would have a good niche there.
Now, jumping a few years ahead, can you describe a little bit of your later education, your high school career, your extracurriculars, and stuff of that nature?
Yeah, in high school, I was in what's called the CIS program, Center for International Studies at Dr. Phillips High School, which is across the street from Universal Studios, and you can always hear Jurassic Park playing and stuff. But I was in like a bunch of AP classes. My classmates, they all went to different countries on school field trips. It was pretty fun, as I keep saying. And I was in the marching band playing the baritone for 4 years, and I was section leader for my senior year. I was in the high school youth group. It's called Telos at my local church, and that's where I met Tyler Burkett and Ryan Baum, who are here at Gator Wesley. So I've come here with them and John Norton, and there's some good friends I've got to be around.
Sounds very nice. And after high school, you did decide to choose the University of Florida. So how did you choose the University of Florida over the many different universities and colleges in the state of Florida?
Well, compared to all the other universities in Florida, I found that UF has the most options for development in possible careers. Like, I could have gone to UCF, but they don't have as many options from what I've seen. And UF just has a big name, and lots of companies come here, and I think that you get a good future here no matter what.
And you are in your first year of school, correct?
Correct.
And you have completed one semester, correct?
Yes.
And what have you decided to choose as your major, and how has completing your first semester been as your experience in going into your future school?
Well, my major is computer engineering software, and most people don't really like doing that, but I think it's really fun. And in high school, I took an AP computer science class online where I learned to program in Java, and it's really fun from my experience. And I've took a class here on the same thing basically, and I found that it's exactly what I expected in terms of enjoyment and my ability to keep doing it.
And what do you hope to do with that as a career?
Well, I hope to get an internship somewhere around here first. Maybe move on to a big company like Intel or TI. I've heard that they hire a lot of people from around here in my field.
And you have said, as you already said earlier before, that you are involved in the Gator Wesley Foundation, and some of your local high school friends have also come here as well. Can you explain a little bit about how you got started and what you are now involved in?
So 3 of my friends from my local church, we all decided to come here. We hold each other accountable to come pretty much every week. And just started coming every Sunday, met a few really cool people. Then they convinced me to go on the fall retreat. So I did that and met a whole bunch more people. And just found like I didn't have that many friends here compared to what I did in high school until Gator Wesley. So now I have kind of a close community that's always here, reliable. So then I joined the Maranatha choir because I found out all those people are also in it. And apparently I can sing, which I had no idea. So that's a good way to do music because I was not in the band. And singing is pretty cool.
And it sounds like you've made a good impact on it, and Gator Wesley has made a good impact on you. And we are getting towards the end of our show today, sir. And I want to thank you for coming on the show again.
Well, thank you.
And with the last few moments, is there anything that you would like people to know that they should know, should already know, or that you would like people to know about you?
Well, if I ever sound like I'm being really sarcastic and annoying, I don't mean to be. I'm actually trying to be nice. So, I want to be your friend. So, I'm just trying to make you laugh, even if it doesn't work.
And we want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Peace out.
And this has been the Gator Wesley Bios, produced by James Jordan and produced on location at the Gator Wesley Foundation, which is a campus ministry of the United Methodist Church that services the University of Florida and Santa Fe College. Tune in next time when we have more stories, more people, and more Gator Wesley Bios. Thank you and good day.